Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Keys Boxing Gym Talk. I'm your host, K-Rock216. Thank you guys for tuning in today, man. Just a quick video, about 5 minutes of your time, man. I just want to talk about what's been going on in the boxing world right now, man. I've seen this individual, this great athlete on the podcast with Cam and Mace. I've seen people keep talking about the comparisons all week, and I hope this fight happens. I think it's going to happen. We're talking about Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney at welterweight. But before we get into that, though, I want you guys to like and subscribe again. Like and subscribe, please. Okay, that's a great matchup, man. Devin Haney, he just proved himself. He proved all the doubters wrong when everybody was like, accusing him or antagonizing him, was saying that Ryan Garcia beat his ass and stuff like that, no matter if it was a dirty test, no matter if Ryan Garcia was 3 pounds overweight. Devin Haney had every right to be wrong, to feel a certain type of way, especially being dirty and 3 pounds overweight. Yes, he lost, but rules is the rules. You test dirty, you come in 3 pounds overweight, that deserves a no contest, so we're not going to get and elaborate into that right now. But he proved himself when he came back and he fought Brian Norman, he a very great performance, and I picked Devin Haney to win just because he was just so quick to fight him. I knew that they had a game plan, him and Bill Haney, so that's what made me automatically just think, that he was going to win this fight. But he's going up against somebody, a young monster, all the amateur experience in the world, Olympic silver medalist, experience, like a fighter that's like 50-0 or something, to 50. Yeah, just, he's got all the experience in the world, and I'm going to pick Keyshawn Davis to beat Devin Haney if they fight this year or next year or whatever. Everybody think that the weight is going to be an issue. Keyshawn Davis is very, very, very strong, no matter which weight class he's in. He's showing that he's like a different type of animal, just comparing to the other fighters that he's fought, and he has got him out of there. While the other champions of the division, they struggled. Lomachenko, Teofimo, they struggled with Jermaine Ortiz. Keyshawn Davis, he did his thing. It was close and competitive at first, but then he systematically broke him down. Keyshawn Davis has a very underrated ring IQ. Very, very underrated ring IQ. I remember when his shot selection, too, when he fought Gustavo Lemos, and Richardson Hitchens fought for his life in that fight, and a lot of people thought that Lemos won that fight. So coming into that fight, I thought that Keyshawn Davis was going to have some problems with somebody that likes to come forward like that and give him problems, and Lemos was heavily overweight for the fight. Keyshawn Davis got him out of there, I think, in 2 or 3 rounds with his shot selection and his ring IQ. And that's going to be a problem for Devin Haney. Yes, Devin Haney he uses his jab. He has one of the most educated jabs. His footwork is phenomenal. But Keyshawn Davis' ring IQ, he can cut the ring off. He can stick and move. When he gets hit, he knows how to tie up. He knows how to smother a guy. He's got all the experience in the world, like a fighter that's been fighting for about 15, 20 years now. That's the type of experience he's got. And I think in the later rounds, yes, Devin Haney's going to use his jab. He's going to outbox him, but Devin Haney's problem, though, he loses focus in a lot of fights. He loses focus in a lot of fights, almost like how Zab Judah used to do. I'm not saying he's a front runner like Zab Judah, where he gets tired after 6 rounds, but it's after a while, like he gets hit a lot. He gets hit a lot sometimes in the later rounds and stuff like that. He can't afford to do that with Keyshawn Davis, and I hope that they work on that in training camp if this fight was to ever to come to fruition. But Keyshawn Davis is a different type of animal, like I said, man. It seems like no matter who trains him, he just switched up journeys. I thought he had the best trainer, Bomac. I thought it was going to be a problem with him without Bomac in his corner when he fought Jermaine Ortiz, but he made easy work of him, was the first person to stop him. Like I said, while Lomachenko and Teofimo Davis struggle heavily against Jermaine Ortiz. Yeah, man, Keyshawn Davis, to me, he's an anomaly, man. I think he's the future of the division. Yes, he needs some discipline on problems outside of the ring. But it seemed like inside of the ring, though, man, you could just tell in his eyes that he wants it all. He's on a different level from his other 2 brothers that do fight professionally. And And like I said, he's a future pound for pound star, man. I love Devin Haney. I love all his accomplishments. Like I said, undisputed 135, lightweight champion of the world, WBC super lightweight champion, and then what he did to Brian Norman. A lot of people are going to go in there thinking that he's going to beat Keyshawn Davis, but Keyshawn Davis and Brian Norman are two different people. Yes, Brian Norman been boxing for a long time and stuff like that, but he was tailor-made for Devin Haney, though, and I'll tell you why. He goes in. The previous opponents I've seen Brian Norman fight, he goes in, when he walking a fighter down forward and stuff like that, he doesn't do nothing but try to counter. He doesn't use his jab or nothing like that to get inside, and that's what Devin Haney did, and he used that right, and he put him down and stuff like that. It's not going to happen with Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis is a master at adapting and stuff, and he's going to find a way to win. Yes, I will. Like I said, I would love to see Haney retire undefeated, but I think he met his match, and I think, I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for what I'm saying. Think that Keyshawn Davis is not ready and stuff like that, man. But hey, man, I'm going what I see off the ring. What I see in the ring with both of them, man. He's just wanted more. Devin Haney's not gonna know what to do with him when he got somebody as strong as Keyshawn Davis, which I think Keyshawn is physically stronger than him. But that's just my take on it. I can't wait for the fight. I hope it happens. I think Devin Haney still got a lot to prove after the Ryan Garcia loss. He wants to be the best in the world. So I think he is going to fight Keyshawn Davis. But I don't think it's going to go his way. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm with all the opinions, negative, positive. I want you guys' feedback, man. Thank you, guys. You have a good day.